Stop! Don't scroll. This is not random. This message is meant for you. Your breakthrough moment has arrived, and the sign is here. You finally did it. Listen closely, because this could change everything. Stop scrolling. This is not a coincidence, and it is not just another message among many. This is an urgent word sent directly from my heart to yours. I, the Lord your God, have interrupted your day because I cannot allow you to pass by this moment. You have been searching, questioning, and crying out in silence, and I will not let you miss the answer I prepared for you. Do not treat these words lightly, for they carry the weight of eternity. If you walk away now, you will walk away from the very confirmation you asked me for, the sign you longed to see, the breakthrough you have been begging me to release. This is not for everyone. This is for you. My eyes have been fixed on you, and I will not allow this word to pass without reaching the depths of your soul. My beloved child, I know the battles you have fought that no one else has seen. I know the nights when you wiped away tears so no one would notice. The mornings when you forced yourself to stand, when your heart felt too weak to keep going. You have been holding on by a thread at times, whispering prayers that you feared were too small for heaven to hear. But I tell you now, every whisper has reached me. Every Z has touched my heart. You have not gone unnoticed, and you are not forgotten. You are here in this moment because I drew you here. I orchestrated this encounter because I am about to confirm what you already feel stirring inside. Your season of waiting, striving, and enduring has not been in vain. Do not ignore this word. Do not scroll away and let the enemy snatch it from you. Stay, listen, and open your heart, because within these words lies the very answer you have been waiting for. You asked me if your effort was worth it, if your patience would ever bear fruit, if your grit would ever lead to victory. Hear me now. You finally did it, and I am about to show you what I have been preparing all along. My child, hear me clearly now. You finally did it. You reached the place I knew you would reach all along. You pushed through the storms that were meant to break you, and you did not give up even when everything around you told you to quit. You held on when others walked away. You kept moving forward when your strength was drained. You stood in the fire, and though it burned, you came out stronger than before. This moment you are living in now is not an accident. It is the fruit of your patience, your hustle, and your grit. And I, your God, am proud of you. You may have thought I was punishing you, but every trial was shaping you. Every closed door was protection. Every delay was preparation. I was never against you. I was always for you. I was building the strength inside of you that no one could steal. I was teaching you to stand on solid ground when the earth beneath your feet was shaking. I was molding you, not breaking you. I was carving out the weakness so that the beauty of endurance could shine through you. What you faced was not wasted. It was my refining fire. And now you stand ready for what is coming. I saw every night you cried yourself to sleep and wondered if your tears mattered. I tell you now, not a single tear was wasted. I gathered each one and kept them close to my heart. I watched as you fought silent battles that no one else even noticed. You thought no one cared, but I cared. You thought no one was listening, but I was listening. In the moments when you felt most alone, I was holding you. When you thought you were at your weakest, I was carrying you. Every lonely night was filled with my presence, even when you could not see me, and every silent prayer was heard. even when the answer seemed far away. Now the time has come. You have reached the place where I can say to you with joy, you made it. You endured. You remained faithful. You held on to hope when it would have been easier to give into despair. You finally did it. And now the blessing I have promised is ready to unfold before your very eyes. Comment. Yes, Lord, I receive it if the message touched you. My beloved child, I want you to listen closely because I am about to take you back through the road you have walked, and I will show you that I was with you every step. You have carried pain that you never wanted to carry. You have felt the sting of betrayal from people you trusted with your whole heart. You have faced disappointment after disappointment, and in those moments you wondered if I had turned away from you. But I never turned away. I was there in the shadows, standing guard over you, even when you thought I was silent. Every prayer you prayed in secret rose before me like incense, and I never ignored them. I saw every moment when you cried out, Lord, why me? Why this? Why so long? And though the answers seemed delayed, I was listening and I was working behind the scenes. You have known what it feels like to be abandoned by people who once promised they would stay, friends who walked away, loved ones who failed you, voices that once spoke encouragement but later turned to criticism and doubt. My child, I saw the wound that left in your heart. I saw you question your worth. I saw you blame yourself for things that were never your fault. I saw how you smiled in front of others while you cried in silence when you were alone. I collected those tears, each one like a precious jewel, and I held them close to me. Nothing you have gone through has been wasted. Do you remember the nights when you felt so tired you wanted to give up? You sat in the dark and whispered words you thought no one would ever hear, but I heard them. You thought you were speaking into emptiness, but those whispers reached my throne. Not one cry escaped my notice. Even when you felt numb, even when you said nothing at all, but simply sat in silence, I knew what was in your heart. I knew the questions you did not even have the strength to ask. You thought no one saw you, but I saw you. You thought you were forgotten, but I never forgot you. There were days when the doors slammed shut in front of you. Opportunities you thought would change everything suddenly slip out of your hands. People told you no when you thought they would say yes. Plans you worked so hard to build crumbled before your eyes. You felt like you were going backward instead of forward. You asked me why it seemed like everyone else was moving ahead while you were stuck. My child, I need you to know that those delays were not denials. I was not holding you back to hurt you. I was holding you back to prepare you. If I had opened those doors too soon, you would not have been ready to walk through them. If I had given you what you asked for at that moment, it would have crushed you, not blessed you. I loved you too much to let you step into something before the right time. And the betrayals, you felt them deeply. You trusted people who broke that trust. You gave love and loyalty, and in return, you received wounds in silence. You thought, if people closest to me can betray me, how can I trust anyone again? I saw how hard it became for you to open your heart again. I saw how fear tried to build walls around you. But even in that pain, I was working. Even in that betrayal, I
was protecting. Some people had to leave, no matter how much it hurt, because their presence in your future would have poisoned what I am now preparing for you. I know you didn't understand it then, but one day you will see why it had to happen. You also wrestled with doubt about yourself, doubt about the future, doubt even about me. You asked God, "Are you even real? Do you still hear me? Have you forgotten me?" I never condemned you for those questions. I never turned my face away because of your weakness. I understood your doubt because I saw the weight you were carrying. I knew the burden on your shoulders was heavy, and in those moments of doubt, I stayed closer than you realized. I did not let you fall apart. I kept your heart beating when it wanted to stop. I kept your mind from breaking under the pressure. I gave you just enough strength to keep moving forward, even when you thought you couldn't take another step. My beloved, I also know the shame you carried. The moments you thought maybe I am the reason nothing is working out. Maybe I am the failure. But I tell you today, you are not a failure. You are not forgotten. You are not abandoned. Every delay, every closed door, every broken relationship, every lonely night was part of shaping you into the person you are today. You think you were weak, but I saw strength. You think you were falling apart, but I saw resilience. You think you were being overlooked, but I was watching over you every moment. Do you remember those times when you smiled in front of everyone? But when you came home, you collapsed in exhaustion, your soul aching with questions you couldn't put into words. I was right there sitting beside you when you laid your head down on your pillow with tears running down your face. I was holding you when you whispered, "God, just give me one reason to keep going." I became the reason. Every morning you woke up after a night you thought you wouldn't survive. That was my hand lifting you. Every time you found yourself laughing again after seasons of sadness, that was my joy returning to you. We live for this mission to bring happiness into your lives and to bring you closer to God. Every single drop of support from you means the world to us. Please, if you can show your love through the super thanks button, my child, nothing you went through escaped my sight. Not the quiet moments of despair, not the loud cries of pain, not the anger you felt when life seemed unfair.
I carried all of it with you. I held your hand through the storm, even when you didn't feel me. I carried you when your legs were too tired to walk. I whispered to your heart when your ears could not hear my voice. You thought you were forgotten, but you were engraved on the palm of my hand. You thought you were invisible, but you were always in my sight. Now hear this truth and let it sink deep into your soul. You were never unseen. You were never forgotten. You were never abandoned. I was with you in the fire. I was with you in the storm. I was with you in the silence. And every prayer you prayed, I heard it. Every tear you cried and I caught it. Every question you asked, I listened. You are my child, and I have been walking beside you all along. You have carried the weight of years of waiting, of disappointments that seemed endless, of dreams that felt like they were fading. But all of it was seen, all of it was known, and all of it is now being redeemed. The pain you endured will not be wasted. The tears you cried will water the ground where your blessing is about to grow. The prayers you whispered in desperation will now return as testimonies of my faithfulness. I never left you. I never turned away, and I never will. My beloved, let this truth be louder than your doubts. You were never unseen. You were never forgotten. And you were never unloved. Everything you endured has brought you here to this very moment. And now you will see the reward of your patience, your endurance, and your faith. My beloved child, now listen carefully, for I am declaring something new over your life. The waiting season you have carried for so long has come to an end. The heavy weight of delay, the endless cycle of not yet and maybe later has finally lifted. You have walked through years where it felt like nothing was moving, where every step seemed harder than the one before, and where hope was stretched so thin you wondered if it would break. But now I say to you with all authority, that chapter is closed. The season of waiting has finished. You have crossed over into the season of fulfillment. I am the one who opens doors no man can shut. And I tell you today, I have opened a door for you. This door was not created by human hands, and no power on earth can close it. This door is not the result of luck or coincidence, but the work of my own hand. I carved it into your story before you were even born. And now I have swung it wide for you to walk through. For every door that slammed shut in your face, for every opportunity that slipped away, for every chance that was stolen by delay, I now replace it with a door that no one can take away. You do not need to push against it. You do not need to beg for it to open. I have already unlocked it, and I stand here inviting you to step through it with boldness. You will see victory now, and it will not be hidden. No one will be able to deny what I am doing in your life. For a long time your victories were quiet, unseen by others, known only in your heart and in my presence. But now, I will make your triumph visible. Those who doubted you will see it. Those who questioned your faith will see it. Those who thought you would never rise will witness the testimony of my hand upon you. I am not only answering your prayers, I am making your life a living testimony of what happens when my child refuses to give up. Do you remember the times you whispered to yourself, "When will it be my turn?" My beloved, this is your turn. This is your moment. The door that has opened is not small. It is great. It is not weak. It is strong, and the blessings that flow through it will not be temporary, but lasting. I am releasing breakthroughs that no enemy can snatch from you. I am restoring the years that felt stolen. I'm multiplying what was once broken, and I am doing it in a way that everyone will know it could only have been me. You have waited long, but now the waiting is over. You have sown in tears, but now you will reap in joy. You endured the silence, but now you will hear songs of celebration. You stood in faith when there was no evidence, and now I will flood you with evidence so undeniable that you will have to lift your hands in awe. What I am doing in this season will not only bless you, but it will also silence the lies that tried to haunt you. Every voice that said you were forgotten will be silenced by the proof of my faithfulness in your life. My beloved child, step forward. Do not hesitate at the threshold. Do not let fear hold you back now. You have been prepared for this moment. You have been refined for this season. You have been strengthened for this door. You are not too late, and you are not unworthy. This is not a trick or a test. It is my gift to you. The very things you prayed for, the very promises you held on to when everything around you said give up, are now unfolding before your eyes. Tight.